do we have here? I know. All right, here's what we got. This is something that I've wanted to pick up for a while, and it just happened to be the right price and the right time. So here we are. What is this? I love these so much. Okay, this is the Solo, The Art of Solo, A Star Wars Story. Now, first of all, let me just get it out of the way. Solo was a great Star Wars film. If you don't like Solo, I assert that there's something wrong with you. That's the hill I'm dying on. Okay, so first and foremost, this is not new. I mean, this is new. Physically, this is new. But this is not recently released. However, like I said before, it's something that I wanted to pick up for a while, and it's just sort of the right time right now. This dust jacket, it feels like, I don't know, like, there's a varnish. Look at that. Oh, that's great. A little spot varnish right there for the Solo, so it's a little glossy. This is like a satin finish almost. It feels really great on your hand. I mean, that's, for printer weirdos like me and designers. Look at that. This is a callback. And I'm not going to go through every single page here, but I do want to showcase some of the artwork because this was such a great scene when he meets Chewbacca for the first time. Oh man, I loved it so much. Because when you think of Solo, A Star Wars Story, you have to think of the underworld. Now, whether or not you liked the gentleman who played Han Solo is something else entirely. The fact is that it was a dark and gritty, wonderful underbelly of criminal activity. Like, it was just a beautiful hive of scum and villainy film, And I really love this artwork, how it showcases the action so well in this concept art. And Enfys Nest. If you don't like Enfys Nest, you are crazy, because she was such a great character, and not just because of the costume design, which, yes, that was great. But then when it was revealed that Enfys Nest is a sort of role that, is just picked up and handed down by whomever will take up the mantle. In this particular case, it was her mother that started it, and now it's the daughter picking it up from the mother. I thought that was a really great way to highlight the rebellion and how it could take many, many different forms. And, Rogue One did a wonderful job with that as well, which is, another one of those art books I'm wanting to pick up. I wish we would have gotten that and not the snake with that crazy voice. What are you doing? Wow, why are you doing that? That's not a thermal detonator. You just made the clicking sound with your mouth. Like, that was the worst part of it. If they just did like in Hades, when they just make the crazy sounds, Uchuka Bagando. Like, if they did something like that and then had subtitles at the bottom, it would have made the scene so much more impactful. That was the worst part about the entire film, in my opinion. Gosh, it's so good. And look at that. Oh, Beckett. And I love how they're constantly evolving their technologies, how they're showcasing different eras of Star Wars and how the technology slightly shifts. And they always bring out new spaceships and transports and such. It's just so good. And that scene when they're standing in the shower and Han is like, you don't think we could have done this separate? And Chewie's like, what? What do you want? I'm a Wookiee. I don't care about your nakedness. This is Enfys Nest's speeder bike, I think. It just looks so good. Gosh, she was such a great character. I wish they would do, if not a series, then at least Solo 2 as a film, right? I mean, if we could just get that would be amazing. And you can see I'm skipping a lot of pages. So there's just tons of concept art. You know what? Lando Calrissian is cooler than anyone deserves him to be. Like, any of us human beings watching this, we don't deserve Lando Calrissian. But I am so pleased that we got him, because he is the best. And the creature design, it's so good. This was such a beautiful film too. You know, the drama notwithstanding. And these scenes, the poker scenes, where like when they're going into like the inn or the bar, and you see just this massive amount of creatures in the background. Those are the best scenes in Star Wars, I think. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. And these freaking space creatures. You know, I was making fun of the space whales in Star Wars Rebels, but the truth is there are versions of life that we don't understand. You know, we came from a very specific carbon-based life form. You know, everything is chemicals, and that's how we can evolve. And, you know, we think that all life is somehow similar to us. But that's not to say that there are ways of life evolving on, like, silicon forms that could withstand different, you know, pressures or in atmospheres or environments that we simply can't. And even in our carbon-based life forms, there are versions of life that are referred to as extremophiles, which can live and thrive in conditions that human beings could never live and survive in. All this is to say, I made fun of the creature design of the whales, but this version, like whatever this is called, I can't remember. It's just a space monster. I thought it was a really cool monster. And then when it's actively being pulled in by the black hole, I've always been fascinated with space and black holes, and just seeing that reaction and seeing it sort of just be stripped away and spaghettified as the Millennium Falcon is doing its best to get away from that gravity well. Oh, so cool. It was so great for the nerd in me. And stuff like this. Oh, man, massive plasma in just waves in space. Oh, gosh, I love it so much. Yes, I'm a geek, I know. What are you going to do? And this whole train heist sequence, the best train sequence ever. Blew away Boba Fett. The Book of Boba Fett train sequence, which in itself was good. You know, it's not like it was bad. Anyway, even just the character design of, you know, the different tribes that are processing the unrefined gas, whatever it was called, I can't remember right now. Man, I love this. This is so great. Okay, so I'm going to go through this. I'm going to read it all. I'm going to, you know, sort of geek out over it. I highly recommend, if you guys love this Star Wars concept art, and you should because it's amazing, you should probably pick up some of these art books like I'm doing. And if you've already picked this one up, what do you think about it? Do you think that Solo was a worthwhile film? And do you think the concept art is better than the film itself? Let me know in the comments. There's no wrong answers. Unless you didn't like the film, then you're wrong. But that's okay. You guys have a great day, and until the infernal Brotherhood can convene again, my fellow scruffy-looking nerf herders, may the Force be with you.